You're now tuning in to Max Files Podcast.
Welcome to the Max Files. It's your host, Max. Hope everyone's having a beautiful Thursday. Have some really serious topics I want to go over today. Influence. I want to talk about awareness. I want to talk about maybe some systems. I want to talk about health. I want to talk about starting your day early. Starting your day while others are sleeping. Getting more done in the day. Setting realistic goals. Knowing when you have to just take a deep breath and just walk outside and then come right back in. All right, so let's get right to it. You know, I'm in the gym this morning and I'm saying to myself, who influences me? And I'm not talking about like Kobe Bryant's and the big namesayers out there, Andrew Tate's, and I try to steal and take a couple different things from all different types of people, especially people that are not on the famous level. Could be your dad, it could be your mother, it could be your sister, it could be someone you work with, it could be some guy in the gym that you've never spoken to, but you like the way the guy works out, you like the way the guy looks, you like the way, he does certain things. So, you know, my attitude and my emotions of trying to be happy every day, it's physically impossible to just be happy every day. But you can control the way you feel by what influences you and what you look to, what you listen to, what you try to spend your time on. But you have to be aware at the same time, because if you're not aware about what you're listening to, then you're going to be influenced in the wrong way. For example, I'm a big hip hop guy. I love music. There's a book that I read, and every chapter started with hip hop. And I'm like, you know what? I thought hip hop was bad in business. Like, I just thought, but in a way, like, I just thought that because I thought other serious, successful CEOs and entrepreneurs don't listen to hip hop. They like to listen to just weird music that makes them feel good. But at the end of the day, I actually steal and get influence from hip hop as well. I steal information from these songs. Go Get the Money, Don't Stop by Money Man. Um, there's Gucci Mane. I'm listening to Rick Ross's album right now with Meek Mill, just taking information from them. Like Rick Ross talks about making millions and how he did it, sacrifice, pain. In his book recently, he's talking about ambition. Ambition can't be taught. It's something that you just have to wake up and go and get. Ambition really can take you to the next level. Ambition is going to the gym at 6:30 in the morning when you really don't want to, and not posting it on Instagram or posting it or publicly letting the people know out there where you are, what you're doing. I recently just changed up my gym routine, my fitness, turning 28 this month. I've been working out since I was 18 years old. I was 140 pounds. I walk in the gym today, I'm 195 pounds soaking wet. I bench 225 pounds like it's water. I squat 225 like it's water. Um, I jump rope. I take care of my core. And when I first started going to the gym, I would go at hours that I felt were good for me. And the difference with me today is that I am aware and I'm influenced. I'm going to keep using those words. I'm aware that in order for me to become successful in business and be a dad and a family man, is I have to go. I can't give up that fitness routine. I can't give up what makes me sane every day. So I'm going to have to do it before everyone wakes up. So usually I leave my house in the dark. Okay, I put on some music. I take a deep breath, start driving towards my fitness area. Over the past few days, I've been questioning why I'm going to the same gym. I've been going there for 4 or 5 months. Really good fitness area. Very important sauna afterwards. I've been reading in the sauna. I have about 6 to 8 books in my trunk, and I will bring a book in, and I'm trying to steal information from these books because I'm influenced. If I read something in the morning, I can carry that out with me throughout the whole day, and I can keep processing that in my mind. The word process is a very important word in our dictionary. Processing information. Just read a book, Your Five Next Moves with PBD. and he talks about being a great processor. What are the great character traits of a really good processor? And I just keep saying that word process. I'm able to process what people say, and like, does that make sense? Or what are they trying to get with what they said? Or why did they say it like that? Why did he text it like that? Why is he not responding? And I'm able to be more I'm able to understand more as to what that person is particularly trying to do based on the way I process the information they gave me. So, um, I read books in the sauna. I might change up my fitness area. Currently, I like it. They have multiple locations across the country. I believe where you start your day is very important. The days that I used to, so when I first came into business, when I was 18, listen, I've always made money. You know, I love the movies. I love music. I love to hustle. Back in the old days, um, some of the older things that I used to do when I was more immature but wanted to go make money, I would go out. I used to shovel snow for money. Um, I clicked an ad on Craigslist to become a photo booth attendant, and I started working events at Sweet 16s, weddings. I wanted to become a DJ. I manifested becoming a DJ at 18, 19 years old. I bought all this fantastic equipment, made some poor decisions at the end. I basically sold away all my DJ equipment and left the business. I sold home theaters out of vans. All these little things, every day is a life lesson, and all these little jobs that we've had in the past, we could all take something from it. I used to look at it like, hey, I just worked at this company for 6 months, or I just did this for 4 months, and I would be angry with the outcome of what happened. But really looking back, if you look really deep into what you're doing every day and understanding why you do it, you could process the information and not make the same mistake twice. I don't want to make the same mistake twice. I know if I don't go to the gym in the morning, my day is basically screwed. So why would I do that to myself? I don't want to be in a meeting at 11 in the morning or 12 o'clock and say, wow, I don't feel good. Like, I feel good right now because I just took care of my health. And you don't have to go bench 225 or squat 225. You just got to take 30 or 45 minutes to work on your personal development. Even if it's in your bedroom, you guys can get a yoga mat, take that out and just start getting to work. Um, I want most of the people that are watching the Max Files to understand you don't have to respond to everybody at the time they want you to respond to them. You don't have to speak to your parents if they're not the best people for you. You don't have to talk to your friends who you think they're your friends. They just use you for whatever they need to get done on their side. I meet so many beautiful human beings on a daily basis, and I'm like, what do you do? How do you do it? Why do you do that? I can't physically open my mouth to every single stranger, but the biggest myth out there is don't talk to strangers. You guys should all be talking to strangers, okay? Even if you're not in sales. People think, oh, sales are so hard. Sales are hard because you don't constantly work on talking to strangers. You sit there and you let people bypass you. Like, guys, let's talk about awareness and influence. When you go to the gym or when you go to the mall or when you go to a barber shop, like, are you weird in group settings? Are you weird sitting with multiple people at once? For example, like I walk into a place and some guy walks by me, and I look at him and I'm like, "Hi, what's up?" Like, most people don't know how to just say hi, especially with the pandemic. There was so many people inside that, you know, talking to people is a good thing. It's good to see other people smile, and I feel like a lot of us don't do that, you know? Um, so, you know, I need you who's watching this to be aware and really question while you're like, are you aware of what you're doing in the morning tomorrow? Are you aware of what you're doing tonight and why you're doing it? Why are you putting so much significant energy into something that has no outcome? Why, where do you want to be? Why do you smoke cigarettes? Why do you smell like if you do smoke, for example, one of my partners smokes cigarettes, and I just need to open my mouth and tell him it's fucking disgusting. I think if I just told him that, he would stop. But, like, I know his smell. I do it. I really do. And I just got to tell him to stop, you know? But that's his life. I can't, I, you know, it's not good to negatively hurt people, but it's good to be a really good influence in other people's lives. It's good to speak how you feel. I don't do it as much as I should, and that's why I'm on this show, is to speak how I feel. Currently in my life, and I have really good people in the room. I'm influenced by people in the room that I'm sitting in right now because they help me, and I don't want to surround myself with liars. First off, you should never lie to yourself, okay? I used to lie to myself. I used to go to the gym at weird times. I used to go to the gym with people that really didn't want to work out, which then made me not want to work out. This is not really a gym podcast. I'm just utilizing the gym because the gym is like a holy spot for me, and I know it is for a lot of these viewers. Like, just getting to a place where you can mentally just put the phone down. That's another thing. There's some days where I just put the phone away. I don't not put the phone away for 12 hours. I'm saying when I go to my holy spot or my place of just, peace, I can't listen to the same music or new music. I just need to put the phone and the AirPods in the locker and lock it up and just go upstairs and just listen to the air, listen to the people, just really stay focused, because sometimes abuse is not good doing the same things. It's really good to change up your routines, but continue to, we're shooting today very early. I have so much time in the rest of the day to just speed and scale the company in any other way physically possible. Currently, I own multiple ventures, or I'm vested my time in multiple ventures. My number one venture right now, as most people know, is solar. I've been in the solar industry for the last 3.5, 4 years, upcoming. It's been up and down, up and down. Right now, we're really peaking, and that's why we're trying to speed up and really look for more talent out there. I'm also in the smile business. Yes, I do have my teeth done. I got my teeth done in 2019. I think everyone should have their teeth done. And let's not say the word teeth, because teeth could sound groggy. Let's say the word smiles. Your smile is the most important thing. Why? You walk into a room and you have a nasty mouth or stained teeth or cigarettes or this or that. Like, people notice that. And, I'm not going to say that there's not multimillionaires with bad smiles or bad looks and all that stuff, but I just watched a podcast with the guy that owns Fanatics. The guy's worth $10 billion. The guy is wearing a nice white Louis Vuitton. Like, this guy has money. He opens his mouth. He's got the smile. He just owned the 76ers. They just sold the team because he chose to go into the gambling world instead. But, so I ended up getting my teeth done in 2019. Long story short, I didn't plan on getting into the smile industry, but I kept saying to myself that I had the awareness and I was influenced from what happened to me to go into this industry because I just needed the right dentist and I needed to find the right company. So started off looking for a dentist a couple years ago. I just partnered up with one of the top dentist offices in Palm Beach County, which is like the new Beverly Hills. Dr. Michael Eisenband is he's one of the best, happiest, smartest. He will upgrade you and he will change your life. So if you're looking to get your smile done, go see my guy, Dr. Michael Eisenband. We'll set up a link right below here. He told me that the smile is like the headlights of a car. When you turn your car on, what's the first thing you see? You see the headlights go on, right? So when you see a person, it's the first thing you look at. You look at their face, their smile, their mouth. Very, very important. Also own a major development company. Started last year. It's called Drew Development, DRUE.DEV. Drew Development was named after my son, okay? It is a fully stacked online marketing company. We did a brand. We assisted with a brand called Curly World, which is a huge hair product company online. We were able to scale that hair product company. We have 10,000 active hair clients ordering hair products right now. So we took it to the next step and we started our company, Drew Development. Drew Development can help anybody right now actively online create not just an application. I'm not trying to sell anybody an app, but I can take what your vision is, and with our team, we have a great, fantastic tech guy. His name is Harrison, a really good friend of mine, and we can grow your business online and basically any type of way, whatever you have in mind, we can get that done. People think I'm crazy. Why do you have all these things going on? Why do you do this? And most won't understand. And one of the major reasons is I'm bored. I listen to music. These guys talk about speed, get fast, like Drake says it in one of his songs, fuck being rich when I'm 40. I want to make it right now. Like this year, it's 2024. We need to be more urgent. You need to have the awareness to be more urgent than ever before. Ever before. Like, and just for most people, like, I'm not going to go out with you. I'm not going to a bar with you. I'm not going to get drinks with you. If it doesn't make sense and there's no value in me coming to meet you, I can't do that. And why am I saying me? I'm like, you should be that type of person. You should not be going and meeting people that are a waste of your time, or you're getting no value, or it's just like a strain on your back. In my companies, what I used to try to pull everybody to success, the head coach can't want it more than the quarterback or the main player. The main players, you got to develop those people. You have to put your time and investment, and you can't just say great job. Like, you need to show them you care. And in my ventures, I care about the people that I work with or who work for me, because it's a team effort. This is not no modern day slavery. Do this, do that, do this. Like, hey, like, this is how you can make money. This is what you have to do to get there. But it all starts with your daily habits and your awareness and your influence. Like, are you aware that you're not a healthy person, that you have a dirty smile, that you don't go to the gym, that you don't take care of your health, that you drink soda? I am so grateful that I do not drink soda. I used to drink Coca-Cola. I used to eat popcorn at the movie theater. Just really, really not good, healthy ways of living. As I started to make more money, I appreciate the food that I eat more than ever. My mommy and daddy don't make me my food. My mommy and daddy don't put gas in my car. An old habit I used to have, and I'm aware of this, is I used to go to the gas pump and put $20 in gas. How many times that week do you think I put $20 in the gas tank? I would go 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week. Today, I will go to the gas tank, I'll go to the gas station, and I'll fill that whole thing up. So I don't have to constantly go back to the gas station. And I know many people are guilty of that as well, just living at the Wawa. Like, who wants to live that life? This is not a startup entrepreneur podcast. This is for where I'm at in my business life, because I know that people have companies right now where they're making $10,000 a week, $15,000 a week. But if I was a newbie or someone that just wanted to jump into entrepreneurship or learn about life or family or awareness, I would still watch this, because even in my life, I still watch people. I love watching people that are 20, 30, 40, 150, 500 steps ahead of me, because I want to pick their brains. I want to look at their information. I want to utilize what they're saying. I know that not everyone's going to agree with the way that I speak or what I have to say. And there's people out there that I love, and then I'm like, you know what? They just said something that doesn't really make sense, but you know what? That's how they feel. And, I have the wisdom to know the difference. Andrew Tate's the most popular searched guy on social media right now. I've recently dove into his thought processes. What I like about him the most is his confidence and how he built his brand up. He's a great marketer. He's living in Romania with his twin brother. I had no clue the guy had a twin brother or a younger brother, whatever. I had no clue until recently. And they do a really well job. They're like the Paul brothers. They're building out their pages. Would love to speak to them one day. But I have what Andrew Tate has, and that's the ambition. I like that's how I relate. I know deep down inside he's not normal, and he doesn't really care how people think he should live his life because he does it in a way where he just obliterates people and he just dominates. And our life, people that are watching this, we want to dominate. In order to dominate, you you got to do things that people aren't willing to do. And that is to talk to strangers. That is to wake up before the rest of the people to wake up. That is to take care of the way you look, the way you feel, the way you dress, the people you don't respond to in the morning or at nighttime. You know? My goal this year is to read 50 books. It's probably not that much, but 50 really strong books. And just obliterate and take all the knowledge and just mold more of what we need to get going. I'm reading a CEO book right now, and I'm asking myself, am I a CEO? Like, what, like, do I want to be a CEO? It says the CEO can get fired. Like, what am I not doing? What am I doing correctly? You know, one of the biggest secrets is you got to be kind, but you also have to know the moves on the chessboard. Not everyone's going to give you the moves. You kind of have to be aware of the situation at hand. That's why being aware and being so sharp. In other words, sharpness. You really got to be sharp. You know, you have one chance. You have one time. Like once you meet someone, that the first time you meet them is what they're gonna consume you by or look at you like, or you know. So awareness and influence can go on for hours. I truly believe that in order to be influenced, you have to be aware of what you're currently doing. I over the past 3 months, and this is all new in Max's life, and this is some real shit. I say to myself in my head, is it time to leave the room? And what's the room? The room's a generic term. The room could be the office. Like, did I say everything I needed to get done now? Did I show the power that I needed to? Did I come? Did I complete the mission? Everything in life is a mission. Whether you go to the gym in the morning, whether you're going to a house to go make a sale, whether you're getting on a Zoom call, there's there's something that needs to get done on that call, and you're on a mission to get it accomplished. And you will see it's all about the small wins. If you complete these small wins and you take care of your habits and you're a slave to your habits, your life will change. There was a Thomas Edison quote that I read this morning about, I forget the word, perspiration. And he was talking about how it's not really the genius, it's the guy that works the hardest in the room. But the guy that works the hardest he's become a slave to his habits. He takes care of his health. He does these small little things, you know. Uh, Another thing that I can really suggest is, are you aware that the phone is a very unique um, type of equipment? Okay, the phone is all these social media platforms, every single LinkedIn page, TikTok page, they're trying to gain our attention. So you need to be aware of this, and you need to know when to put the phone away. I'm not saying, because I'm a phone addict, and I would have the phone in my hand for 12 or 14 hours. I can't the first thing I would do when I wake up back in the old days is check my phone. And I'm saying back in the day, like that was last year. I would check my phone. I want to know who texted me. I want to know what's going on. Wake up in the morning, get all the powerful things you need to get done for your business day, your health day, okay, and then take some time for yourself. It's physically impossible to play football, basketball, and baseball 7 days a week, okay? You need to know when to shut down. And if I don't, and that goes for me. A lot of people that know who I am, I don't want to shut down. I don't want to. I want to play all. I would go till if I could and I didn't have to, I would work till 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning every day. The phone doesn't stop ringing. You really got to take care of the little things in order to get the big things in life. Okay? Talk about a guy that never wanted to pay bills on time. All my bills are paid on time. And I don't really have many people helping me out with that. That's just me making more money than I spend. It's okay to have, guys, it's okay to be abundant. The word abundance is good. You don't want to be on the carousel of insanity, working all these jobs and just doing the same shit. Like I I always try to recruit my waiters at restaurants. True story. Sometimes I am too successful at it. Every time I meet a server, okay, in the back of my mind, eye contact, how's their skills? The best servers are the best salespeople. Okay, if you're a server out there, or you're working at a restaurant, or you worked at a restaurant, I've worked at restaurants. You are, and because you speak to strangers, you build relationships in the back of the kitchen. Like, if you're not a good server, for example, this chick that works at the bagel spot, if she walks to the back in the morning and she's dealing with 80-year-old customers, she needs to get ahead to get the lox platter faster to get to the customer. You need to be good to work with the back of the house, the front of the house, the customers. Like, if you worked in a restaurant, you're really good in sales. You just have never been shown how to make thousands of dollars on a sale. But if you're working 40, 50 hours a week at a restaurant, you're top notch. You really have a good opportunity this year. It's 2024 to make as much money as you would like. And it's all here for you. The internet is the best school. I would go to college, and I did go to school 6 times. And I'm saying to myself, this teacher is so stupid. Like, why do I need to learn about this in order to make money? And I've made money, but the biggest problem for me was I didn't know how to manage the money. And if you don't know how to manage the money, get someone to help you to manage the money. Brad Lee says it really well. Brad Lee says, I don't care that I spend a lot of money. I make way more money than I spend. So I like that, and I stole that, okay? I am able to spend money. I know when my limits are, okay? But I know how to make way more than what I spend. And can that ever shut off? Can the faucet turn off? Yeah, the faucet could turn off. I could easily just burn the whole thing to the ground. I could stop going to the gym. I could stop doing all these little things. I could stop. If I wanted to, I could throw my phone in the ocean. I wouldn't speak to anybody ever again. I could disappear, but I come back in 3-4 years. You think people are going to treat me the same? No. You have to water your plants on a weekly basis. You have to have the awareness to know when not to message somebody. Me and Barry this morning just put out a fire. We have people messaging the wrong people in the company about their payouts. Like, do you not have the awareness? I just told you guys yesterday, speak to the accountant, the bookkeeper. Don't message one of the managers about payouts. So some people, especially in businesses, there's always going to be people that don't follow rules or they don't have the awareness. And just so you understand, I'm not perfect, but the goal of this show is to show people and introduce people to what a good life is, and essentially how you could be perfect. But there is no perfect. Okay, I didn't have time to go get my hair cut this morning, and it's a true story. I tried. It didn't work out. That's why the beard is not on point today. Couldn't get it done. I was going to have one of our sales reps. He cuts hair on the side. Shout out to Eduardo. He did come cut my hair 2 weeks ago. He'll pull up anywhere you are and he'll cut your hair. Just send him the location. He needs a plug. As I'm turning 28 this year, I really have the awareness to realize that my real family is my blood. It is. But my real family are the people that help me in my mental life and my personal life and can relate on certain things that I like. Our first podcast with Barry the other day, we have a strong connection with the NBA. Okay? Most of my partners, we do. It's not just basketball, but it's the certain things. It's just I'm not going to get into politics, but we follow certain stories that are going on right now. Like, the biggest story right now in the news is what's going to happen with Bill Clinton and Epstein. Right? This thing is nuts. That Jimmy Kimmel, Aaron Rodgers story is wild. And I learned a lot from that story. So for the people that don't know, Aaron Rodgers, who's the quarterback of the New York Jets, I believe he won a Super Bowl with the Packers. Maybe he didn't. Maybe that was Favre. I'm not sure. Um, but Jimmy Kimmel, the television host, one of the biggest speakers in the world, Aaron Rodgers said that Jimmy Kimmel might be on the Epstein list. Okay. And Jimmy Kimmel literally said, I don't have the exact words, but he said, that's basically like putting my family at risk. Like you basically just put my whole family at risk. You just said I'm on the Jeffrey Epstein files. Okay? So I can relate, guys, all these daily news articles or current events, rather, they're very important. I don't need to know everything that's going on, but it's good to have some knowledge as to what's going on so you could build conversation with people you just meet. So I have the awareness and I'm influenced by the news so that I can share these things and I can create urgency in a sale. I could use current events to sell products and services. I could use stories. I read a book, All the True Marketers Tell Stories. They're not liars. They just tell stories. And they could have running stories. And am I processing all the information that I'm releasing? I am processing most of the information that I'm releasing, but it is good to have some humor and some character. It's not good to bully people out there in the world, but it is good to make people laugh and have a good time. So, yeah, we have a strong year ahead. It's going to be a really powerful 2024. Very grateful to have started this podcast. You know, I'm kind of just rolling the ball with it and seeing where we're going to go with this. Last week we shot with Barry. He's he's an expert sales guy, great leader in most businesses he's ever been a part of, great dad, has grandkids, the whole 9 yards. You know, I kept saying to myself over the break, who am I going to interview? Who's going to come on this with me? Like, I don't want to have any insignificant conversations with people. I need to help. I want to not only build relationships with the people that I have come on the Max Files, but I want to grow and I want to interview people that are way bigger than me. And I just want to ask them questions. And then I want them to ask me questions. And I can just give the honest truth. Like, have I done that? Why haven't I done that? You know, something I'm really getting better with is technology. It's 2024. You need to know how to use a laptop. You need to know how to use the internet. You need to know how to use LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you need to stop what you're doing and create a LinkedIn profile. Every day, I have lead companies, I have people trying to sell me things every single day. I have relationships in Pakistan, the Philippines, Taiwan, Europe, India, Israel. Miami is 50 minutes south of us. Right here, we're in Boca Raton, Highland Beach. It's one of the biggest capital markets in America. They have all the ports. They have all these people from Europe now. They're opening up new airlines to Poland. They have a direct flight to Poland now. If you don't know that, 9.5 hours, you could be in Poland. My grandfather lives in Poland. He's 82 years old. He met this Polish woman 20 years ago in New York. They moved to Boca, and now my Brooklyn grandfather lives in Poland. It's sick. It's cold over there. He was there during the war. The war is still currently going on with Russia and Ukraine. My grandfather is on the border for the war. So, off topic, got to just throw this in real quick. Basketball was my dream. I wanted to play, obviously, in the NBA. Didn't really work out. There is a basketball league starting in Boca on January 30th. I called my dad today. I was just messing around. It really wasn't because my dad and I have a really great relationship. He's just, he has an 8-year-old daughter and, he's busy with his businesses. So for us to do something outside of work would be cool. But he's also 50-something years old. He's turning 60 next year. I don't know if he could play basketball with people on the court. So I called the guy and he said he could. And I'm allowed 5 non-members. I found out today to join the team. So I'm thinking about doing it. I have not made that commitment, but if I do make that commitment, we have to get footage of that. Anyhow, I'm doing reflecting. I'm doing awareness and networking reflecting from last year. something I really want to give a secret to the people over here. It's public. It's not crazy. I was able to make a connection, a recruiting connection in the Philippines, and we are now hiring our third outside of America employee for our companies, and it's just a really good price. The investment you get for the people overseas, they're 5 stars. You can get some top-notch players outside of the country. You know, my partners Will and I would hire people over the last 2, 3 years and pay them $100,000, $60,000 salaries, and then resent it 6 months later once the relationship kind of died out. When in the Philippines, you can get someone for 100 grand at like $30,000 for the year, and they're way better than the people over here that make that 100. I'm not saying don't pay people 100 grand, especially in the States, but really find good outside, if you could, and you're connected and you can make those connections to hire people outside of the country. So let's go for like another 5, 10 minutes. We're at the point now where, and anyone that's watching this podcast, you know, if you're a fan or you're an investor and you have an idea, I'm all ears. Eventually, hopefully, I can't be all ears, but I am all ears, and I'm willing to speak to people about their ventures. Okay, everyone has a price. Everybody has a price. I'm not saying you're gonna get me, you're gonna get that, but LeBron James, when he went to the Miami Heat, it wasn't just for the money. Cleveland was offering him the same amount of money. It's about the person, the team, the atmosphere. You know, LeBron James, when he went to the Miami Heat back in, I think, 2012 or 2010, one of those years, it was the fact of the palm trees. It was the fact of the air. Like Cleveland, Ohio, is just like he's been there his whole life. Like, it's good change, you know? So in business, it's good to meet new people. It's good to work with strangers. It's good to make other connections. But it's not just the financial price. What I've learned in the last couple weeks in one of my books is people don't leave companies. They leave people. They leave their leaders. For whatever reasons, there was a tension in the relationship, and the relationship was kind of going sour. Like right now, I have relationships with sales representatives where I feel like I want them to win more than they want to win, and it's so exhausting and nauseating that I have to constantly reach out to people to see, because I know they're mentally, like, I know so many talented people, but the one thing that they're not able to do in their life is process, is understand that they're not going to always get everything they want when they want it, and they don't do the small things. They go to the gym at 10 in the morning. They go to the gym at 4. Like, if you're not making $25,000 a month and you're at the gym at 4 p.m. on a Thursday or a Wednesday, you have a serious problem. Or maybe you just don't want to make money. Like, I meet so many people that say they want to make the money, but they're not aware that where they are and what they're doing. Like on a Saturday, you should not be hanging out with your friends. If you want to make 25, 30 grand a month in whatever you're doing or selling, whether it's windows or ACs or you sell life insurance. Like, if you're not making, you cannot live a good life in America if you're not making 20 grand a month right now. It's physically impossible. I have 2 car payments, a house, mortgage, multiple insurance like it's physical, like, and then I have to bring something home and I got to pay taxes on that money. I have to make way more than the normal person. I have 2 beautiful children. I have my beautiful girl Nicolette. You know, I went home yesterday and Nicolette goes, our son's baptism's on February 24th. I'm like, great. She's like, yeah, we're going to Kima. We're doing this. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be 5-6 grand. I already know it. My daughter's party was very expensive, very high in Italian restaurant, but I was able to enjoy and appreciate it because I go so hard every day. I go very hard every single day. You need to go hard every single day. And I'm not just saying run through a wall. Going hard is building relationships, opening new doors. Like when you meet someone, you're opening a new door. Okay, I just saw this reel on TikTok. Bradley's talking about business cards. Like, why do people that I meet ask me for a business card? Like, just, dude, I'm gonna take over now. I'm gonna give you my phone, and I'm literally gonna say, put your number in my phone, and we're gonna continue this on later. Cool. And then after I get their phone number, I'm gonna have a 10, maybe 20-second conversation, and you have to have the awareness to know when to leave. Like, if you're not walking away, you don't really show fear of loss. Like, you have something to, like they have something to lose. If you speak to someone, like I just met this gentleman 5 minutes ago outside the podcast, and I didn't really say goodbye. I just kind of closed the door because I had the awareness to, like, he's sitting on a glass balcony out there. He was asking me, like, where should I live? Like, we literally just built the relationship. He's like, where should I live down here? And I'm like, it's a great question. West Boca, West Del Rey. I'm like, where are you from? He goes, Boston. I'm like, oh, my business partner's from Boston. And he is. I have a network of people that I've built, and I can utilize their stories to get into other people's stories. Many people that watch this podcast are going to be like, wow, this kid he could just continue to speak. I'm just trying to get as most information out as possible in a certain amount of time so that hopefully I could change the way you think about your life today. And if you do start to the people that watch this, I want you to start to reflect on these podcasts. I want you to enjoy them. And then I want you to start going and posting about the podcast, your ideas, your thoughts, any questions you may have, and we will answer your questions and concerns. The whole goal of this is to take this globally. We would like to record in very nice, beautiful places as such. Currently, we're on the beach down here in South Florida in Highland Beach. It is gorgeous out, 70 degrees outside. We're going to shoot a podcast in New York. We're going to do one maybe in Utah. Let's do one in the Bahamas. We're going to go to Europe. We're going to shoot in Iceland. We're going to have Barry in the hot tub. It's going to be a really good time. So, I really appreciate everyone tuning in today. It's going to be a great 2024. It's the first week of January. Unfortunately, this world lives in a business. This world lives in a place where on January 1st, no one really likes to work. They're celebrating the new year, and then January 2nd comes, and it's like, let's get this thing pumping. I see the ones with ambition going really quick, but I know that we can go quicker, and that's just us being more aware of our time in the morning and getting certain things done. It's okay to have a notebook and a pen. Preferably, I like to use a pen and a notebook more than my iPhone and my notes to just jot down ideas so that I don't forget about them. It's really good to have a good team around you. And there's 4 levels of trust. You have the first level. It starts at stranger trust. You just met the guy. You're skeptical. You don't really know much about him, but you kind of trust him, but you really don't trust that stranger. It takes a couple times to trust somebody. And then the last type of trust is usually the first or second best friend. You have a really good tight-knit relationship. You've never seen any damage. I have a lot of third-level trusts where it's really called trust relationship. I'm able to tell certain people certain things and then base information off that. But thank you for tuning in today into the Max Files podcast. We'll see you next time.